What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Of course, Just Pearly Things has finally made a plea for Fresh and Fit, and she took some time to do it, but it finally happened. She has taken their side, and she's been asking for people to also support them on their journey over to Rumble. But before I get into that, Just Pearly Things, as well as many Red Pill content creators, have always asked for women to be accountable for their own decisions, right? Be accountable. I want to play a clip of that now, and then I'm going to come back.
Like who? Do you mean government?
I'm saying everything. So like, for example, if someone gets fat, there's fat phobic. If someone has a high body count, sleeps around, there's slut shaming. Like they don't have the equivalent of that for men. Mm-hmm. In this instance, I'm saying like you get money from the government. Or from the guy.
I wouldn't be able to comment on this because I don't personally take child support, right. And I did make a decision with my baby father, but that's the choice I made, and I'm dealing with it.
No, and that's the thing. I respect people that take accountability, but it's like to me, I don't think anyone should bail anyone out for their bad decisions. So if you choose to make a child with a subpar guy, I don't think you're entitled to his money. You should have picked better.
But then the man's played just as much of a part to create that child as the woman.
No, because women are in charge of birth. It's your own fault if you get pregnant.
It's definitely
because we have 10 to 15 forms of birth control. Even if we get pregnant, you can get an abortion.
Now, what I would like to deal with is this particular plea, which is not very well thought out. We're talking about Just Pearly Things here, so this is going to be always easy. But I want you to hear the things that she's saying in the defense of Fresh and Fit as to why they should not be demonetized.
When the left does essentially the same thing, how many stories have come out of Destiny sleeping with someone that he collabed with, but nobody Me Too's him. But it's just interesting how we see these like double standards in the space where when a guy does something that's masculine, there is a target on his back. People are trying to take them down. And I just think the most ironic part of it is the guys saying to be emotionally available are the ones making fun of them for basically losing something they put 2-3 years into their life's work. And guys, I don't think you really understand how much, like, as YouTube content creators, like, our livelihood goes into this stuff. Like, we literally put, like, a piece of our soul into this. Like, I genuinely believe content is art. And, getting demonetized is devastating, really, to any content creator. So I think you guys should go support Fresh and Fit and sign up to their Rumble if you can. It's like $5 a month.
So you guys hear that? She's saying things like, well, they put a lot of work and effort into what they do. She's talking about the left. She's talking about these people are doing a great thing, or they're doing great things for men. All of which have nothing to do with YouTube's terms and conditions. All right? Nothing to do with that. Now, Just Pearly Things was on a stream with Myron and Nick Fuentes as Myron was shouting all sorts of obscenities at different races. She was there. She was so afraid, if you guys remember that, she didn't say anything because she'd already come out of her own scandals when it came to the black community. But basically what she's trying to defend here, it is okay to disrespect the African American community. It's okay to disrespect the Jewish community. It's okay to disrespect whatever community you want to. Women. Because as long as you work hard, okay, as long as you are speaking on the behalf of men, you're helping men lose weight, you're helping men get their finances together. What does that? Yeah, that's all that matters. But you're forgetting one thing. What about the accountability that you held these women to, but you're not holding Fresh and Fit to? Are you saying that it is okay for them to be able to do whatever they want to do on the platform? Is that because you want to do whatever you want to do on the platform, just party things? Let me tell you something. You know, I come from a very traditional African-American upbringing with a very strong grandfather who is no longer here and a father who was in my life also. But they both made it very clear to me. Son, as long as you live in this house, there are a few things you are going to do while living here. Firstly, you're going to work. 2, you're going to go to school. And if you have free days on Sunday, you're going to church. Those are the 3 things that you're going to do if you want to live in this house. Now, you don't got to pay no rent, but those are the things I require of you. And if you cannot do those things, you don't have to. You know, you can do whatever you want, but you won't do it here. You can take your ass someplace else and then make sure that you don't come back. But as long as you live here under my house, you're going to follow some rules. See, the problem is in this world, we have people who want to hold folk accountable for what you want them to do while you want to do whatever you want else that you want to do yourself. And you're no different than the feminists you complain about. You're no different than the left you complain about. Because again, you think racism, clearly by your own justification of them, it must be nice. It must be okay to offend African Americans who paved the way for a guy like him to come here and his family. It must be okay to talk about these other people, the untouchable community, which for me, I don't have anything to say about any of those folks because it's not my business. When it comes to that particular group, I never say anything about them. My focus is on the black community. But again, you want to go ahead and talk about them, you know what the repercussions are speaking about that particular community. And now you guys are saying, why can't we talk about it? Knowing the power they have in the private sector. Then you get your ass owned. Then because of your own stupidity, you get your ass canceled. Then you get demonetized. I mean, how many times did Fresh and Fit make mistakes? They have done it so many times. They've gotten kicked off of TikTok. They've gotten booted off of other places. They've had national write-ups. They just wouldn't stop. Okay? So YouTube didn't even delete their channel. What YouTube said was, hey, you guys can continue to be on YouTube. You just can't make money from us anymore. That's all they said. Now, the last part I'm going to play about this is interesting. Check this out.
What's happening to Fresh and Fit, what happened to Andrew Tate, what happened to Sneeko, it's all wrong. And who knows? I have no idea if I'll be next. Females do get a privilege online, but it's really unfortunate to just see them take down more masculine content.
Now, see, this is what I want to talk about here, right? This is very important for me. Why is this important for me? Because she figures that she might be next. And she's right. Most likely she will be next. I'm going to tell you why you're going to be next. Because you're a copycat. You've copied everything Fresh and Fit has done so far. Everything Andrew Tate has done so far. You guys interview the same people. You talk about the same controversial things. I mean, you both had Andrew Tate on. YouTube doesn't like that. Sneeko. I mean, who else did you guys host that was kicked off? Nick Fuentes. There you are on Piers Morgan's talking about why can't we talk about it? Or Piers Morgan, why can't we talk about it? You talked about the Holocaust. You've talked about slavery for African Americans. I mean, you're talking about black people. I mean, you're on the same train that they're on. Trust me, you're going down that same road. And the reason why you guys do that is because of a lack of talent. That's why. Because you can't really weigh in on anything else. So when you don't have talent, you have to be extra controversial which really makes no sense. But when you're silly, this is what happens. So again, you're talking about communities that if you fuck with them, they're going to come after you. Especially the untouchable community. Okay? Now, the other communities, I noticed that, y'all were trying to pick at us, some other people. No, that wasn't good enough. Let's go for the people that really move shit. Okay. Then you think that you're going to be able to do that? But what about your consequences? You should know. Did you think you were going to do that? Like, you should have known Sneako's already been canceled. Nick Fuentes has been canceled already. Andrew Tate's been canceled. So you didn't think that's going to happen to him? Of course. These guys did it to themselves. So why are you not making light of it? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all you. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.